everyone, Demon No Night One here again. Yes, I know it's been a long time since I did anything and for YouTube. Um, but yeah, when you have a work schedule like I do, it gets pretty hectic. You're probably wondering what this looks like to be about. I haven't done one in so long. Well, as you all know, I tried to do a reaction to DA Gate and Triple Threat music videos. The one for Ben D and the Ink Machine, the one for Hello Neighbor, and for One Night at One Piece 2. However, because of YouTube really ridiculous policies, I had to remove the video. So instead, I'm going to be doing a movie segment on my channel called Whatever Happened to Certain Things. Like, I'm pretty sure you all saw this on the news yesterday, but a bunch of teenagers mocked a guy when he was drowning in the middle of the pond. As soon as I heard that report, all I said was, I better not see this story on YouTube. And sure enough, on trending, and in the news department, there it is. What in the absolute hell is going on with this country? But that's for another day. I'm pretty sure her Undertaker on his channel is doing something about this. I hope so as well. But no, today this video is going to be dedicated to 90s cartoons. Now, if you're like me who grew up around the 1990s or was even born in the 1990s, you probably know who I'm going to get at with this. 90s cartoons were some of the best moments in TV history. We had shows like Rugrats, Hey Arnold, Dexter's Laboratory, Hey Powerpuff Girls, the original. I'm trying to remember what else. Oh yeah, Cow and Chicken, and early SpongeBob, other than Fairly Odd Parents. We had live action shows like All That, Key and Kill, Amanda. The Amanda Show. Hell, even the Disney Channel used to be mostly animated shows, because they were based off of movies. So they did like The Lion King had Timon and Pumbaa, The Little Mermaid got its own series. Playhouse Disney used to be a thing, and until it got its own separate channel. Boomerang, and it shows what all the original 1990s TV shows for Cartoon Network. But today I'm going to be discussing something a lot of us have forgotten over the years, or have no idea about. I found this Googling creepiest cartoons, because, well, what else am I gonna do? So, during my days off, or when I have enough free time to do stuff like this. And I came across something on BuzzFeed. It was 35 ways Nicktoons were darker than you remember. And it was posted on June 26, 2014, and by BuzzFeed staff member Ellis. So, in honor of that, I'm going to be they're talking about some of the different cartoons from Nickelodeon past that may have had darker tone on that we care to remember. First off, let's start off with Rugrats. Yes, the adventure of a bunch of little toddlers, and and a couple of grade schoolers every now and then. And it's funny, really, if you think about how these babies were never supervised. No one really paid attention to them. There could be a whole room full of adults, not one person, and keeping an eye on the kid. Heck, even in that one costume party episode, oh, Angelica's house was literally filled with people dressed up in costumes. All of them adults. No one noticed that were a bunch of babies walking around. Um, it now puzzles me how each of these little kids managed to survive and to their high school years. There's an all grow oh with all the stuff that happened to them over the years. And it's not just dark moments like Nick Matt, but there's also some adult jokes too. Like if you've seen in Cards Against Humanity by the Derp Crew, this little joke popped up, and it actually comes from a Rugrats episode. That's where Angelica fakes having a broken leg, so she gets all the attention she wants. And in one segment, she had Stu make her chocolate pudding at 4 in the morning, and I think the line was something like this: "Stu, why are you making chocolate pudding at 4 o'clock in the morning? Because my life has lost all purpose." Oh no, no, that wasn't it. Because I've lost control of my life. And let's not forget that one little episode where Grandpa Lou's friend Morgana shows up, and this is before, or he tells Tommy and Chucky about what he picked up at the movie store, video store. Sure, he got them something that they would like Reptar, or as well. Oh, as let's just say a really adult film for himself later. Now, what about the now? Let's see here. How about the episode where after or Chucky loses his dad's prized possession, which is a Latvian folk music CD. He he says that it would be better off if he never were friends with the other babies. So it kind of goes into like a It's a Wonderful Life scenario. So during which his angel over version of himself shows him all that happened if Dougie was never born. In other words, chaos wins too, which doesn't quite make any sense. Well, then again, for one, his dad's completely delusional. Oh, and talks to a sock puppet. Two, Phil and Will are destructive deviants who pretty much broken everything in their parents' house. Three, and this is a big one, Tommy is kicked out of his own house, and Angelica is taking over. Also, there's the episode where Stu orders a toy, a doll, so he can check up on the competition while he's working on his own toy doll. And he brings Tommy. No, he didn't bring Tommy to the post office. Tommy somehow stows away a mailman's bag and is brought to the post office where he goes on his little adventure. During one particular segment, and I think I brought this up in a previous video, there's a segment where we see the skeleton of what I'm assuming to be a former post office employee. How did that not traumatize anybody back then beyond me? Or me for that matter. And of course, let's not forget the Rugrats movie. This is the biggest problem with the entire Rugrats franchise, and it brings up the biggest problem. No one watches these kids whatsoever. Actually, now that I think about it, technically, the whole thing of the movie was Angelica's fault because, she sent the rat star her wagon and the whole thing. So if she never kicked the rat tar wagon, they never would have went on that little adventure of theirs. Then again, it would have helped if the door wasn't open. And as well. And I remember watching the movie, and there were a few things that found kind of interesting. And amazed in how they survived. One, uh, there's 5 babies, one of them being a newborn, by the way, and a toy that Tommy's dad has made for a toy contest in Japan. And they basically survived if a truck carrying off the street. And luckily enough, there was a mattress, so I guess I could let that one slide in a bit for no injury. And they nearly go over a waterfall. Oh, during a thunderstorm, Phil nearly gets toppled by a tree. Oh, not toppled, crushed. And of course, there's a wolf. Stalking everyone. Rugrats and Terrace, pretty much the same thing, except the villains in that one pretty much kidnapped the baby. Although it was pretty awesome to see a Robo Kaiju fight. And even in Rugrats Go Wild, with the Wild Thornberries included, that just made things even worse. Because they're on an island, and who knows where, inhabited by a bunch of animals, most that could easily kill them, like a clown leopard. There's just so many things wrong with this show. Oh no. Oh, that you make realize that it doesn't end there either. And Chucky's dream, and there's that whole thing where I'm not Tommy or I'm not Sue. So when Joe has a nightmare about her supposed new brother, or the monster under the bed story, the evil dust bunny, even and Mr. Friend. Anyway, next show, which is Rocco's Modern Life. It's, now this was around the same time as Ren and Stimpy, which means there was a lot of gross out humor and even some getting adult jokes. For example, there's a doctor named Bendova. Bendover. God, whatever happened to 1990 humor? There was an episode where Rocco posed as a phone sex operator. There's a donut shop called Fletch Donuts. I have no idea what Fletching means. Do not tell me. There's a superhero called Really Really Big Man that does something with his nipples. I don't know. Oh, of course, there's the infamous episode where Mrs. Bighead tries to seduce Rocco. Oh, the joke of where Rocco pulls out an all got a show card, which abbreviate which the largest letters on the card are ASS. It's that new TV episode where they're, they're showing a movie called Night of the Shaved Kitten. And it's the infamous as a sex motel joke. There's one joke where Rocco grabs a bear in the crotch, mistaking it for a berry. I don't know. It's been a while. I've not seen Rocco's Modern Life in forever. Now on to oh, Doug. And by the way, with Rocco's Modern Life, there was all kinds of adult jokes. Way too many to mention. Again with this one, and there's Mr. Dank's name, and and I didn't realize that, but Mr. Dink was actually a pretty funny character to me. Yeah, I didn't realize until later on that his name was another word for dick. And, and of course, Hey Arnold has a lot of dark moments too. Like nobody addresses, well, barely anybody addresses the fact that Helga's mom may have possibly been an alcoholic. And if you didn't quite get the hint that she may have been, well, why is she always slurring her words? Why is she always having a movie? And why is she almost half asleep whenever we see her? Uh, Mr. is compulsive gambler, Duke Ed was abandoned on his stoop as a baby and spent his entire life there, which makes you wonder where exactly did he go? Oh, did he bathroom? Oh no, or how exactly did they live that long on that stoop? Oh, one of the funniest things, I know it's wrong. I don't know if you say that's funny, but Arnold's grandmother being a schizophrenic, and it is kind of amusing because she always has some funny quirk in certain episodes. Like in the Friday the 13th episode, she's dressed up as Catwoman. In the aquarium episode, she's helping Arnold break out a sea turtle. Oh, in a Thanksgiving episode, no, not Thanksgiving, 4th of July. Hmm. I have no idea which one it was, but she thinks it's the 4th of July. And it's actually Thanksgiving or some other holiday. And she's not the only one that's apparently losing her mind. Apparently, Grandpa Phil also wants to keep brain cells for certain reasons. And let's not forget the shape of his head either. And you know what? I've said it before, but I'm going to bring it up. Ren and Stimpy. What can I possibly say about this series that hasn't been said already or reviewed already? Everything about the show was completely messed up. But I don't even like Ren and Stimpy. I don't even like the idea of it anymore. As for the adult party cartoon, they should have just stopped with the original series. Now, as for there are other shows I can mention that have some sort of dark humor to them, or are pretty dark in the first when you come down to it. Let's go with SpongeBob. There are a few episodes where SpongeBob can get pretty disturbing and pretty dark. Like in that first Halloween episode where SpongeBob and Patrick try to make him scarier by tearing him down to the point where he's nothing more than a brain in and eyes under that little cloak. That's okay. As well as let's not forget that rock bottom episode. Oh, we're featuring some pretty interesting creatures, most of which I found out later on actually a pretty good representation of what lives in the darkest depths of the ocean. And and I'm not gonna say much more about current SpongeBob episodes, but let's just say a one course meal is definitely one of the darkest ones. And for anyone who's ever heard or read Squidward's suicide, creators of SpongeBob know about this particular story. And boy, have they really made some glow. Because in the episode, Are You Happy Now? Oh, Squidward earned hat as a rope, and it looks like he's gonna hang himself. Oh, and he's going in the oven for something. He looks like he's gonna gas himself to death. As for the Fairly Odd Parents, there are some pretty strange things that I found kind of dark. Like, for example, oh, that one little episode where Eddie the Gerbil comes back as a zombie, and then at the end of the episode, every pet Kenny ever had comes back as a zombie. It was like whole scary fairy thing, and then I'm gonna have to watch the series in the winter and check it out. But that's it for Nickelodeon. Tune in next time as I go over the darkest things Disney had to offer, and boy, there are a lot. But until then, this is Ian on Night 1, and saying, and once again, whatever happened, and the good and cartoons instead of what's on now,